Hello, my name is Ash, a counselor in training. This is my Relatable study podcast for individuals who need help studying for their NCE, CPCE, and other related counseling exams. I'm going to go through many questions from multiple resources and make the answers relatable to both you and me. So get your listening ears on and let's get studying. How is behavioral therapy used for obsessive compulsive disorder? Behavior therapy uses a combination of exposure with pharmacotherapy to help train an individual to delay their obsessive responses, and this has steadily decreased the rituals by exposing the anxiety-producing situations until the client has learned to control their obsessive compulses, then reducing the obsessive thoughts by using reminders or nauseous stimuli to help stop the chain of thought patterns like snapping a rubber band on the wrist or using a stress ball. I would do more research into how behavioral therapy is used for obsessive compulsive disorders because I know there's a number of ways of treating OCD with behavioral therapy or even cognitive behavior therapy, but specifically look for behavior therapy. In electic counselor, A is analytic, B is behavioralistic, C attempts to choose the best theological approach based on the client's attributes, resources, and situation, D insists including all family members in on the treatment. An electic counselor would C. attempt to choose the best theoretical approach based on the client's attributes, resources, and situations. The eulectic counseling approach is a form of psychotherapy which adapts to the unique needs of each client depending on problems, the treatment goals, theoretical orientations, and more. It is very flexible and multifaceted. How is family therapy used for obsessive compulsive disorder? Family therapy uses the family to help avoid situations that trigger OCD responses. In order to do so, the counselor will point out the tendency of family members to reassure the client, which is amped to support the obsession. Introduce the family to strategies which involve remaining neutral, not reinforcing through encouragement, and avoid trying to reason logically with the client. Through family therapy, the counselor is helping train the family in order to help the client with OCD as a way to support them and reduce OCD responses and symptoms. The word eulectic is most closely associated with A. Frederick C. Thorne, B. Freud, C. Piaget, D. Skinner. The answer is A. The word eulectic is most closely associated with Frederick C. Thorne. This is because Freud is a psychoanalyst, Piaget and Skinner are behaviorists. Thorne is the only one that we have not covered in any previous episode. What is dialectical behavior therapy? Dialectical behavior therapy was developed to treat clients with borderline personality disorder. Within therapy, the mental health professional will help clients change their behavior by replacing dichotomous thinking that paints the world as black and white with rational dialectical thinking. Dialectical behavioral therapy is based on the premise that the client with borderline personality disorder lacks the ability to self-regulate, have a low tolerance for stress, and will encounter social and environmental factors that will impact their behavioral skills. That is all 5 questions. Thank you for listening. Keep calm and study on.